The entry. The elevator stops. Floor 42. The doors open. And nobody looks at you. Not because they don't know your name, because at this level, names don't matter yet. Only results do. It's 6:18 a.m. The trading floor won't wake up for another hour, but you've already been here. For 43 minutes. One laptop, two financial models, a coffee. That's already gone cold. You are 24 years old. You graduated. 9 months ago, your student loans still follow you home. Your business card says, Financial Analyst. It sounds important until you realize everyone around you has the same title at 7:02. Your inbox changes everything. Subject, urgent, a live acquisition, closing today. You aren't leading it. You aren't even invited to the meeting. Your job is to verify every number before the documents reach the boardroom. No mistakes, no delays, no excuses. For 3 hours, you disappear. Inside spreadsheets, revenue, debt, cash flow, forecasts, hundreds of pages, thousands of cells. Then, you see it, one assumption, buried inside a worksheet. Nobody opened since last week. If it stays, the company looks 9% more profitable than it really is. Nobody notices, not the associate, not the vice president, not even the managing director, just you. Your heartbeat gets louder. You check it again, then again, still wrong. You don't celebrate. You don't panic. You write 3 sentences, attach your analysis, and send it. 5 minutes later, the entire deal stops. Conference rooms go silent. Phones begin ringing. Lawyers open their laptops again. Millions of dollars. Wait. Because of one analyst. No client ever learns your name. No newspaper writes your story by sunset. The transaction closes correctly. The mistake never becomes history because you caught it before history could remember it. That night, the office is empty. The city still shines below you for the first time. You stop thinking about your salary and start thinking about responsibility, because today you learn something almost nobody understands. The first rule: money doesn't move first. Information does, and the people who recognize the truth before everyone else quietly change everything. The first seat at the table. 2 years pass. The screens don't intimidate you anymore. Neither do the deadlines. You stop measuring your days. In hours, you measure them. In transactions, your badge still opens the same doors, but something has changed. When a deal becomes complicated, people stop checking the manual. They start looking at you. Monday, 8:41 a.m. A manufacturing company needs $260 million, not to survive, to expand. For the first time, you're invited inside the boardroom, not to speak, to observe. 8 executives, 3 bankers, 4 attorneys, 1 founder who built the company. Over 27 years, he wants certainty, not promises. The discussion lasts almost 3 hours. Every projection has a weakness. Every proposal has a cost. Then, the founder asks one question: what happens if the economy slows down? The room goes quiet. Your managing director looks toward you. You weren't supposed to answer, but you already know. You spent the weekend running that exact scenario. You open your laptop, show 3 assumptions, 1 revised cash flow model, and a financing structure that protects the company without killing its growth. Nobody speaks. For several seconds, the founder closes the folder. I can live with that. The deal moves forward, not because it was perfect, because someone prepared for the question nobody expected. Weeks later, the transaction closes. The headlines celebrate the expansion, new factories, new jobs, new investment. Nobody mentions the room where the decision actually happened. They never do. Your bonus arrives. It's the largest you've ever received. For a moment, you think about buying the car you promised yourself. Instead, you buy something else. Time. You begin reading every annual report, every earnings call, every failed acquisition. You realize knowledge compounds faster than money ever will. One evening, As the office empties, your managing director stops beside your desk. He says only one sentence. "Next time, you'll lead the meeting." Then he walks away. No congratulations, no handshake, just expectation, and expectation is heavier than praise. You look back at the boardroom for the first time. It doesn't feel out of reach. It feels like the next step. The second rule: preparation creates confidence. Confidence earns trust, and trust opens doors money never can. The weight of a decision. For years pass, you don't wait for instructions anymore. You give them. The analysts watch your screen the way you once watched someone else's. The hours don't get shorter, the responsibility gets heavier. Tuesday, 6:42 a.m. A private technology company wants to go public. Years of work will be judged by 1 week. Your team has spent months preparing every document, every forecast, every risk. Everything is ready until 48 hours before the roadshow, a client calls. One of their biggest contracts may not be renewed. Nothing is official, nothing is public, but if it's true, the valuation changes overnight. The room freezes. Lawyers want to wait. Investors want answers. The CEO wants certainty. There isn't any 412 hours. Nobody leaves. Financial models cover every screen. Coffee replaces sleep. Outside, the city goes dark. The lights never change. You rebuild every assumption, every projection, every outcome. Not once, 7 different ways. At 3:17 a.m., you stop, you close the laptop, and say, "We postpone." Silence. Months of preparation disappear in one sentence. The CEO isn't happy. Neither is the board. Neither are your partners. But 6 weeks later, the company announces lower earnings. The news hits every headline. Their competitors lose billions in market value. Your client waits, rebuilds, returns. 9 months later, this time, with stronger numbers, the offering succeeds. Investors stay. The business grows. After the closing dinner, the founder walks over. He doesn't thank you for saving the deal. He thanks you for refusing to close it. That's when you understand the difference between making money and protecting it. The third rule: the hardest decision is usually the one that nobody wants to hear, but leadership is measured by what you protect, not only by what you create. The invisible hand. 12 years pass. The title changes again. Managing director. The office is larger. The meetings are quieter. The decisions are louder. Your calendar no longer belongs to you. Monday begins in New York, Wednesday in London, Friday in Singapore. The cities change. The pressure doesn't. One call can redirect hundreds of millions. Before breakfast, one morning, a sovereign investment fund requests a private meeting. No presentations, no media, no announcements, just 6 people around a table. They aren't looking for the highest return. They're looking for the right person, because money can be replaced. Trust cannot. For 2 hours, nobody discusses numbers. They discuss governments, supply chains, energy risk, reputation. Only then do they mention the investment. $5 billion, one signature will decide where it goes. You don't promise impossible returns. You don't oversell. You explain what can go right, what can go wrong, and what you'll do if both happen at the same time. The room falls silent. The chairman closes his notebook. We have our answer. 3 months later, the capital arrives. Markets react. Competitors notice. New opportunities appear before anyone else realizes why. Then, one evening, you stay behind long after everyone leaves. The trading floor is empty. The lights reflect across the glass. You remember the first morning, one cold coffee, one spreadsheet, one hidden mistake, one young analyst who believed success meant a bigger paycheck. You smile because now you know the truth. The money was never the destination. It was only the scoreboard. The real reward was becoming the person others trusted when the outcome could change everything far below. Another elevator opens. A young analyst walks onto the floor. For the very first time, he adjusts his badge, opens his laptop, and believes his journey is about salary, just like you did. The market opens, the screens light up, the machine moves forward, one generation leaves, another quietly takes its place. The final rule: power isn't measured by how much money you control, it's measured by how many decisions the world trusts you to make. Fade to black. Yindi.